I'm hosting this workshop on my land because it meets a few needs for me. One, I'm really interested in how I can make my property more productive with the understandable constraints that there's one of me working on it. It's a very large piece of land and I have a full-time job Monday to Friday, and I have two younger children who have sports pretty much every day of the week. So in terms of the amount of time that I have available to work in the garden is really limited. And saying that, I've connected with Rhiannon, who is an amazing person and just provides me with so much knowledge in terms of how to not just knowledge but also energy, like really positive energy, which is so valuable to go, no, this, you can do this, it'll work, you'll get a garden that is not only something productive to you but also something that you can value and enjoy as well, which is really really lovely. So the workshop is a way for me to gain that knowledge. Secondly, it's just a fantastic opportunity to build community, like actually finding other people that have the same sort of values and the same desire to work in the earth and to develop some of that knowledge that we've lost a little bit.
I think everybody needs to be aware of their place in nature, and if you can participate even just in your own small little world in keeping the balance there, getting your hands dirty, being a bit more in tune with the natural systems, the rhythms of the earth and nature, I think then you'd be much more inclined to take your part in protecting it and maintaining it.
I think there's a lot of benefits with food forestry, and for different people it's for different reasons. I know for me, mentally, I'm really happy when I enter this zone. I know for other people it's that urge to get physical and get out. It's just like, when people say get physical, go to the gym and work out, it makes you feel better. This is physical as well, getting out and doing things. They also say like digging in the soil. There's so many benefits to it. So mentally, physically, community based, which is massive. And that's something that I'm only just learning now, community. Because I'm very my sister says it's because I'm a Libra, so I don't really get it. But I'm very independent in a sense. I'll just do what I want and I'll just don't need anyone else. But I'm learning that, and that's one of the big reasons why I'm doing this course, is to connect with people and meet people and build that community, whether it's online, because there is a really good community online as well, and we can bring people from all walks of life together, from all different parts of the world, and I think that's really cool. And also people in the local area.
I am a tattoo artist full-time, and I've been doing that for about 9 years. So that's 9 years of working in perfect air conditioning, sterile, clinical spaces. And the more that time goes on, the more I realize what a difference it makes to even just have one little plant in the studio, and in talking to my clients about their experiences just in life. Plants seem to play a really integral role, and so I'm kind of migrating further and further into the bush where I can, because it's just such a need from my everyday life. Going back into my regular life, into my own nest, I'm definitely going to implement even the basics of like taking a soil sample and just checking out what is going on under there, and spending a lot more time just sitting and observing rather than rushing in and being like, I have this vision, this is how I want it to look. Just being a bit more still and being immersed. Yeah.
During COVID, some friends and I actually started a communal garden, and as everyone went back to work and all their activities came back, less and less people were coming to help in the garden, and I was like, what am I going to do? Anyway, a mutual friend of Mountains Gourmet, Rhiannon, and myself suggested that I call her, And she came in probably about 6 months ago now and has just completely transformed it into such a thriving and abundant space where there is always something to harvest for the few helpers that do still come along fortnightly on a Sunday. Part of the food that we grow in our communal garden, Mountains Gourmet uses it to sell in local co-ops. And, you know, it's lovely chemical-free organic produce that is shared amongst, I don't even know who in the mountains eats from my garden, and that feels really special to be making it into the hearts and homes of people that I don't even know, but that live in my community.
For a long time I've been driven to provide our own food, particularly obviously through the last few years with droughts, floods, pandemics. Having that local food source has been extremely important. Through the pandemic we got in contact with a neighbour who'd been feeding restaurants, and they of course needed somewhere to put their produce. So we were able to join their CSA and get good healthy food, like particularly through that time when being healthy is extremely important. Having that food source and having it local was huge value to us, and seeing that value the community has really driven me to change from just thinking about our own selves, but also upscaling that and how can we help our neighbours, and then increasing the opportunity for more of a barter system, so that the value gets removed from monetary value into building that community, that network, where you can build skills and the value within the community.